Okay, so you see Ginger over there? Where's my finger? Over there, Ginger. So while I'm letting her have her little, see if she got a potty time, here comes the bite. Ginger! Right here. Good girl. Right here. Good job. Good girl. Okay. So I did that backwards, right? You're supposed to clap and then call. The clap gets the attention. She's pretty good about the words. Hey! Ha ha ha! Good girl. So her mom, she's staying with me this week. She's not just on her normal day camp care. Because her mom's got a lot of stuff going on at the hospital, training people. So she sent me a message. I guess it was Monday night or Tuesday, and she said, so she doesn't usually watch videos. But like at first, I was sending her videos, and she's like, "Yeah, I can't watch any of these." Like, okay, whatever. But she was like, "I hope she's not being too much of a pain in the butt." I sent her videos, and she's like, "I'm like, hey!" She was looking like she's up to something. You're supposed to go through. Were you tired? Or was my hand positioning telling you to do something else? Here, I got something going on with her chains here. Oh, this is a weird one. That's a good girl. It's got the weird middle clamp, so it's not as, I think it's not as good. But it's what she's comfortable with, right? Ready, heel? Good. So anyways, she's like, oh my God, she's so calm. She's never like that at home. I'm like, there's two reasons. One, you don't do your work. Two, you don't give her enough exercise. And three, you allow it. Did I just say two reasons and then list three? Ready, heel? What's going on, buddy?
Are you setting up to do some tricks or something?
Oh, nah. I don't really do a lot of tricks. Yeah. Sometimes.
Man, this weather makes me feel like there's hope that the summer will end one day.
I know, right? It was real nice this morning. Huh? It was real nice this morning until about right now.
I couldn't get out until making a bunch of calls, trying to get these guys to the right job. And,
yeah.
I didn't get the park to do. I couldn't get to it. So.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. You too, buddy. So, ready, sit. Right. So, and I've told her like ever since the start, I'm like, no toys inside. No, sit. Sorry, that was my fault. No toys inside. She needs nothing but chew stuff inside. Right. Break. She gives her toys. Anyways, we got a lot of that under this finally worked out. She's gotten a lot more patient about it, which took time, right? Because Ginger was destroying stuff, right? That's why I originally went over there. Little correction because she started doing something else. I didn't do any correction myself. It was her and the collar. So, ready? Let's cut it off. I don't know what she's looking at over there. Ready, down? Hey. Where was I going? Oh, so if you allow stuff, then they're gonna do it. Ginger, heel. Good. All right. If you allow stuff, they're gonna continue to do it. This girl right here, she needed corrections, like immediately. Stuff needed to start being corrected out. Right? So it's coupled with we're teaching her what to do and how to act, but also we had to correct stuff like from the start, right? All this other obedience stuff and the walking, that was all 100% starting food work, right? And starting from the start. But stuff in the house, there was stuff we had to start correcting out, because that's probably why the people gave up on her, because they didn't do any work with her as a puppy. Uh, she was very overexcited all the time. So I kind of feel like, I mean, this is just speculation, right? We don't know. But I kind of feel like what probably happened, because a lot of people do this, right? Correction there, that was me, right? That was me because she wasn't paying attention to me. So what that correction is like this. That one wasn't even one, right? What was I saying? Oh, because she's super excited. So I think what they did was, oh my God, she needs more exercise. So they would play more and play more and play more. Now we got overstimulated, right? So what happens when that happens? You have to start correcting that energy down. There's some nonsense stuff that they're going to tell you that takes 6 months to do. If you just correct it, put it into it right away, it's not a big deal. Uh, Man, that sucks. Okay, so I'm going to try to make this a quicker explanation of what I just did. Okay, so there's a little mini doodle. I don't know where it cut off, so I'm going to start back up. So this lady comes. That dog is a reactive dog. Okay, she did a ton of work doing it the positive only way to get that dog to where it's as good as it is. I mean, I'm telling you, for over a year, she was doing a ton of work, right? Ton of work. A lot of foo, 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 foo. That's the way she wanted to do it. Hey, that's good. It works, right? It works and then it doesn't work. So, anyways, tangent. So, that dog right there, so she was over there messing with a squirrel, right? Then the squirrel went away, so now she's just kind of sniffing around. She sees that dog. I see her see that dog. So I did a hey. She looked over, and as soon as she started, I did my, I think I called her, or I might have said hey again. And then I clapped. So she was on her stride, but it was early in the process. She flipped her butt and came over, right? So how did I get to there? There was that time where a lady with a mini doodle, I saw, it was the same situation. I saw her right at the start, right? And I called her because I saw the lady with the mini doodle on the leash. She didn't care. Of course, we were closer too. So here we're farther away. We were kind of more by that trash can. So, anyways, I called her and she went over there anyway. So she blew off the recall and she ran up to a dog like full force, right? I mean, she stops early, but the whole way there she's flying, right? So when I got there, boom, boom, two really firm corrections on the prong collar. Then I grabbed her martingale collar, right? I didn't stay on the prong collar. The prong collar was the punishment moment, right? The lady was like, "Oh, it's okay," and I'm like, "No, it's not okay. A dog cannot run up to another dog on leash, especially after they blow off a recall, right?" So I got a collar to go get. We brought her back over to where I called her from, sat her down. Because and I was a lot more firm on it. You guys have seen where I just barely had my finger on there and I'm kind of pulling them. This one there was actually pressure on it the whole way back. Maybe a little because I was emotional and mad, right? But also the situation kind of warranted it, right? That's a pretty serious thing. Because if she would have done that to that dog, that would have been a full-on fight because that dog would have went off on her. So anyways, so the punishment, then it took probably 30 seconds before she looked. Usually when I do those softer ones, it'll be like 2 seconds. She'll look away and she'll be like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" And then you let go. So now, when that happens, that's when the punishment moment is over, okay? When the punishment moment is over, a lot of people will do this. "I told you not to be walking up to dogs," and they'll extend it out. Don't extend out the punishment. That's what confuses the dog. If you just do it, boom, 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 this is the start of the punishment moment, this is the end of the punishment moment, then you have what we call emotional plasticity. Once it's over, it's over. Now, I like to make a little time in between it. I've seen people like immediately start playing. I like to have a little time, like let her sniff around and deal with the fact that I just stressed the crap out of her for punishing her, right? Stressed out, punish the crap. Everything's quotes. Good girl. So where was I going? Oh, so it's got to be over. You can't go on with it because that's what confuses everything. Is when you keep on talking. "Oh man, I told you not to do that. When are you going to stop doing that kind of stuff?" And you're still in that emotional state where you're mad at the dog. You have to let it go. As soon as the punishment moment is over, it's over, right? Just like the reward moment. She did good, I give her a reward, then it's over, right? It's a moment to make you a good girl. It's a moment to moment thing. Emotional plasticity. You can be mad if there's a situation that calls for you to be mad about. That's how they'll learn not to do that stuff, through your tone. You don't have to go over the top physically, right? your tone, for a lot of dogs, the tone is enough, right? Like Alani. Alani ran out the door yesterday. Well, Pepper did too, but I mean, I've got 2 doors, so it's not as big of a deal. So I don't really do threshold upstairs. I do threshold downstairs. So there's a different rule. It's kind of inconsistent, right? But with her, as soon as she got out and she looked back, I was back in here, and she came back. So my was enough. Whereas Pepper, I had to go down and do the go get, right? I had to go downstairs, get her collar, bring her back up, and sit her at the front of the door. So the difference there is when they have the leash on, and I say okay. I mean, it's different than when they don't have a leash on, right? Or is it? Am I just being confusing? I'm going on too long, right? Babbling and rambling. See, you already pooped. You had plenty of exercise. Let's go